I'm trying this live thing. Yes, I don't know what I'm doing, but look at this water. It's my last couple of days in Turks and Caicos, and I will be leaving and sailing solo to Luperon. The boat over here, that's my friend on Waymaker. She's actually on TikTok right now. I'll tag her in this post, but I'm going to be sailing solo by myself. Got some boat buddies around me, but hey, I'm a little nervous, really nervous. It will be a 17-hour passage, so that means leaving at about 2 o'clock, and 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and arriving about noon or sometime before noon in Luperon, Dominican Republic. So the wind is supposed to be very low in the next couple of days, and it'll probably be motor sailing, which is okay because I got problems with my Genoa out there, and I won't be using it. I'll be motor sailing, but I'm enjoying my last few days in Turks and Caicos. The only reason why I'm leaving Turks and Caicos is because Starlink has kicked me out of here. I've been out of my home country for 2 months, and Starlink says, "Oh no, you can't be using our service." So I'm on restriction. Yeah, that's me cursing. So I have to leave. I would love to stay in this water a little longer, but I have to leave. So I'm enjoying my last few days being able to swim and see octopus, because I am the octopus whisperer. And getting ready, getting all my safety checks for my long passage. I've checked all my rigging. I have done all my safety checks. Can't even remember what they are right now. I'll list them. That would be a good thing to do. List all the safety checks to do before heading on a long passage. And so Tiffany is actually doing the same too. And everybody's getting ready. I'm getting ready. Anyway, so let's see. Let's go through my checklist. I checked my EPIRB is up to date. My life raft is ready to go. I'm charging up all of my batteries. I am checked all my rigging. I did a bottom job, so my bottom is nice and clean. So I get that extra knot of travel. And let's see, I have my safety harnesses ready. I have my life vest, because you don't want to fall off a boat when you are sailing by yourself, because no one will know it. And let's see what else I got. I got food prepared for my journey. I have plenty of Coca-Cola, coffee. Oh, I'm told that I should encourage you to share my live so that other people can see it too. Share my live. Yeah, okay. I think I'm supposed to do that. This is all new to me. I'm a YouTuber. I know how to make videos and create them, but I'm not really good at all this live stuff. But you can find me on TheSunnySailor YouTube channel. I have uncensored videos. I'm kind of known for that. But I can't show them on YouTube, so you have to find them in other places. Okay, so let's see. Hi, Tony. Thanks for joining my first TikTok live. I'm going to show you. Tiffany is over there. She's doing the same thing. She's on Waymaker. Tiffany, what is your channel? Adventures with the Melvins. So they are my boat buddies that's going to be traveling with me. TheSunnySailor. And so they're going to be traveling with me and going, taking the journey and going with me. I think there's another boat that should be coming in today that's also going to be doing this passage to Luperon. They're supposed to be coming in today. Technically I checked out today, but I won't be sailing out of here until that perfect weather window. I think that's going to be maybe not tomorrow, maybe the next day. I'm not really sure. Let's see who's joined. Hi, Becca. Thanks for joining. I feel like I need to brush my teeth. My teeth are looking, I need to brush my teeth. Okay, so today I did some beautiful snorkeling and played with an octopus. I'll be uploading some videos of that soon. Yeah, being a solo sailor is amazing in a lot of ways. I don't mind being alone. Kind of like it. But there are times that it's difficult to get that, to do things at the helm and be on the bow at the same time. Like I had an experience where the winds kicked up and it snapped my snubber. And so my snubber is what holds the anchor. Right here, let's go look at this. So the snubber is the rope that keeps the anchor from pulling on the windlass, and my windlass is inside here, and that is a very, very expensive piece of equipment because you don't want to haul up 220 feet of chain all by yourself by hand. So you need to have a snubber to protect that windlass. And on this particular night, the winds were so high, like 30 knots of wind, it snapped my snubber. So I was driving around for about 2 hours in the high winds, just not driving around, driving forward to try to keep some of the pressure off of my windlass. Let's see. Hi, Summer. Hi, Marcella. Thanks for joining. Hey, JD. Hi. So that particular night when my snubbers, million knots. Like I had 3 different ropes. I tied all these ropes to try to get my windlass protected, and then the next day went up there and attached a proper snubber. So I had a couple of days of that high winds, and then I said, I gotta move. So I took the boat and I moved it to over there. If you can see the boat way in the distance, and that is where I went in. So as I went into that anchorage, or that little harbor, I think it's called Bermudian Harbor. As I went into that harbor, I went in between high tide and low tide. It was low tide to high tide. And I just thought, okay, other boats have made it in there. There was a couple other monohulls. I can do it. And then I ended up, the navionics was completely wrong. The charts were wrong. And they said I had more water than I did. And so I was grounded hard. And yeah, I was stuck. So I kind of waited for another hour as my boat was stuck on the hard. Stuck, like not moving. My boat draws 5'7", and I do realize that because of where the depth finder is, even though I draw 5 feet 7 inches, I can't move my boat anymore at 4 feet 7 inches. I found that out the hard way, unfortunately, the hard way. So yeah, I had to wait about another hour for the tide to come up, float me up, and then I went to one of the boats around me and got some local knowledge of how they came in, and apparently they were using their Garmin maps and not navionic maps, and so they gave me their information so that I can move to a place that I wouldn't be bouncing around. And then the winds got really high. They were like 35 knots of wind for about 3 days. That means you can't leave the boat. You are on heightened awareness at all times. And it's high stress. I mean, you are very stressed, wondering every sound that you hear. Is it a bad sound? Like, is that the thump of a wave hitting the side of the boat? Is it the sound of something breaking? Is it the sound of your snubber snapping, your chain dragging? There's so many different sounds that when you hear them, you jump up to try to figure it out. I had a little plastic container that I grow microgreens, and the lid was sitting in the cockpit and blew off and hit the ground. And I came running out of my sleeping quarters thinking something just hit my boat. I was freaking out. So that's so high stress, like it's hard to sleep. And let's see who else has joined. Oh, Summer. Hey, Summer. Yeah, it's hard. You don't have anybody to bounce your ideas off of when you're alone. You don't have a partner to like take over running, motoring, so you can do something on the bow. You're really doing everything by yourself, and it's not always easy. So those are the times when the wind is really high and I'm nervous. I just sit there and wonder, is everything going to stay good? And then what am I going to do if it's not good? Like, I have to have a plan in my head. Okay, my plan is if I hear this sound, I run. I'm going to flip on my chart plotter so I can see the depth, and run, grab the iPad, which is where I get my charts. I'm going to run to the helm. In the meantime, making the circle around my salon area, turning the motor on, get to the helm. You know, it's like you always are planning and thinking of what you're going to have to do when there is a stressful situation. So it's, it's hard. And there are times that I just go, why am I doing this? And then, there's that. The water, it's beautiful. So the heightened awareness is probably 10% of the time, and the rest of the time it's swimming, snorkeling, enjoying it, feeling good, feeling beautiful, and loving the beautiful weather and the warmth and I'm wondering what my neighbors are doing. Where are you going? Where are you going?
I think they're just going for a ride.
Going for a ride? Wave! That's the other part of Adventures with Melvin. What's your channel, Chandler?
I was going to ride out there in the channel and just look off of the boat in the water.
Oh, yeah. What is your name of your channel?
Adventures with the Melvins.
All right. There you go. Adventures with the Melvins. All right. Have fun. Yeah. So how long have I been doing this? Thanks for your question, Summer. Hi, Elami. I'm sorry. I have to look really close. Like I'm very nearsighted, so I have to hold the camera up. I started out sailing with a partner 6 years ago, and was only going to go to the islands, as we called it, for a year, and ended up staying for another 5. And then he had a girlfriend. She was in a bottle, and it became very unsafe for me to be in a marine environment where you have to have a captain who is sharp and ready, and it was really hard to try to save someone from drowning. So after a few 5 years, I left that partner and bought my own boat, another adventure. And this boat has been owned by female sailors only, solo female captains. So she was made for girls. She's got girl energy. So let's see. Hi. Okay. So anyway, back to the heightened awareness. The heightened awareness, it makes you feel like you're stressed all the time, like you're just on edge, wondering what could go wrong, how you're going to handle it when it goes wrong, and it's stressful. But the rocking of the boat, I mean, look at this, bouncing up and down. It's beautifully calming, and you sleep so well with the bouncing. Hang on a minute, I got to take off this shirt. I'm sweating. Hang on. You can look at the sky. Look at that. Up. Yeah, I'm still here, but I gotta take off that top. Okay, that was kind of a nice view. Let me make sure my boobs are in. I was sweating my ass off. Yeah, so it is hot here all the time. All the time. Sometimes it's just more hot, but it is hot here all the time. I have an inside shower and an outside shower. So most of the time when I'm showering outside, anyone can see me because I'm in the cockpit. To do laundry, I can either do it by hand, which I don't, or I try to find where there's a laundromat, or even better, there's a lot of laundry services. I drop off my laundry. So if you just wear bathing suits, or if no one's around you, just go naked. That's just what happens. Yes, the boat. Yeah, I use a towel. Okay. I'm not gonna just be gross like that. Oh, my hair is so gross right now. I went swimming. I didn't wash it. Let's see. Summer, what size is my boat? My boat is a 44-foot Beneteau Ideal, which is a French-made boat when Beneteaus were not made in factories, like factory press. These were, I think that's what it's called. They come conveyor line? No. Anyway, she's a 1984. She's 40-year-old boat. 41 now, I think. She back to the cockpit, and oh, look at this hammock. Yeah, this came with the boat. So all these sheets go back to the cockpit, so you can control everything without leaving the helm area. You don't have to come out here. And she has lithium-ion batteries. Oh, that's everything. So the lithium batteries give me so much power. I normally am able to run all kind of electrics. I run my Starlink when I'm not restricted, like now. I'm using Tiffany's internet. And I can run microwave. I have air conditioner. Yeah, I'm that bougie kind of bitch. I run the air conditioner, ice on a timer. So when it's really hot in August, September, and very humid, I will turn the AC on to my back cabin, cool it off, maybe 10 minutes every hour. My lithium batteries are amazing. I have 900 amp hours, which is pretty good. I know people have more, but I'm very happy with mine. And then I have solar panels and a wind generator is running right there. So my solar I added just recently. So the solar panels I have like 1,350 watts of solar. So that's really a lot, and keeps my beautiful lithium batteries charged. I wake up to 13.7. What does that mean for people who aren't boating? That's a lot. That's like a lot. You want to have good batteries and have enough solar that the batteries get completely charged every day, which mine do. And then even when you use a lot of your power, your batteries do not get diminished that far. So I am very fortunate that Jolly Holly, who had this boat, Another Adventure, before me, and she has a new channel. She actually bought the fastest boat in the world. I think it's called a Tritium. Anyway, she bought this boat. It's a trimaran, and I'm gonna link to her after this is over with, because she has fascinating, and now she's moved on to something else. But as a solo sailor, she was on the boat Another Adventure and had a YouTube channel, and now it's gone back to her YouTube channel because she has this new fastest boat in the world. It's like 74 feet. It's trimaran or something. It's a racing trimaran. I don't know. Crazy. But she's happy with new challenges. So I'm happy that I know her, because I had to pass her test. You know, she wouldn't sell this boat to anybody. She had to know that you were going to love this boat and treat this boat well, because she loved this boat. And now I love this boat and I treat this boat well. And that keeps the boat happy, which means put your money in and treat her right. She keeps on floating. I love that boat. I do. I love this boat so much. She's taken me through some storms. She's taken me through high winds. She's a beast, and I love it. Thanks, Summer. Thanks for watching. I'm supposed to do 30 minutes, and I have no idea how long I've been doing this. Anybody? Can anybody guess? Does it say somewhere? So with new boat's coming in. I think that's the boat that I told you has been contacting me. There's this great app for sailors. It's called No Foreign Land. And sailors, man, it's the best because it's an app that goes way beyond what's on Google Maps. It shows you anchorages, the depth of them, how hard it is to get in, whether you're running aground like I did. It shows you where laundry is and stores and where customs and immigration. And so you can give reviews on it. And it's called No Foreign Land. And so these people right there found me on No Foreign Land. You can see where other boats are. You can find them and know what anchorage they're in if they update their location. And then you can, like, if you're going to that location, you could text them or send them a message and say, hey, I'm coming in. Is this a good anchorage for high winds? Is this a good anchorage for checking in? Can I get fuel here? There's a lot of questions that you only get answered from other sailors. You're just not going to get that information from other places. And so, sometimes I can't believe I'm doing this. Like, I was telling someone today that when I was on the boat with the Krabby Captain, and that was our YouTube channel, when I was on the boat with him, I learned how to do everything because he was passed out a lot. So with being under the influence and it just wasn't safe, I learned how to do everything. I learned how to fix things. I learned how to anchor by myself, catch a mooring by myself, sail the boat by myself. So that's all a good thing. So when I told my family and friends that I was going to buy my own boat after I left him and the boat, I missed the boat. And it was a very violent drunk. Like, talk about heightened awareness. I had heightened awareness in the calmest of situations, just going to sleep at night because I didn't know what he was going to come at me in the middle of the night with. So when I went to go buy my own boat, I asked all my family and friends, I said, hey, am I crazy for doing this? Should I not do this? And not one person tried to talk me out of it. Not one person said, no, stop. I kind of expected somebody to say, no, stop. But my children, my adult children, my family, my friends, they all said, yeah, do it. No one tried to stop me. Either I have them all fooled about my ability, about my abilities. Well, that's probably the case. I feel like I'm trying to make sure I have everything ready, but I am scared to death. Yes, I'm living the dream. I am living the dream. Is this a dream that you may have? Until I bought a boat, didn't know how to sail, zero sailing experience, didn't know how to sail at all. So I bought a boat and then learned along the way, tried to surround myself with people who knew way more than I did. And with that, I learned from experienced captains. I learned from people who had a lot of knowledge. I still do that. I reach out before any passage. I reach out to my top 5 sailing gurus and say, hey, what do you think? Is this a good day? 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 And get a lot of people's opinions because, I don't always think that I know what I'm doing. I don't always know what I'm doing, but I need to have the confidence to keep doing what I'm doing with people who are more experienced than I am and that give me the thumbs up. So once I came out on a boat and started doing the whole sailing thing and once I made it to the Bahamas, I thought, I'm not going back. I'm not going back. No, this is what I'm meant for. I'm meant for water. Like the other day, manta rays jumping right out of the water. I'm swimming, manta rays are like swimming past me. Manta rays. This is the first place I ever saw manta rays. And then oh yeah, summer. Yeah. Then you know, summer. You know, it's terrible when someone's violent and then they don't remember what they did to you. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. Well, I'm glad that you are out of that too, and I'm certainly am not in a position to be able to tell anybody what to do with their life. Al-Anon was very helpful. It did not make me leave him. What made me leave him was after a year of him trying to be sober, after the last drowning, tried to be sober and tried. Fell off the wagon, but hey, as long as he kept trying, I was okay with it. To saying to me, I can drink now, I can handle my alcohol. Nope. Maybe you can, but I'm done. I'm out of there. I'm not going to be a part of it. I'm watching this boat and making sure that they know there's a reef there. Yeah. They seem like they know what they're doing, so I'm going to leave them alone. But there is a reef right in front of them. I'll see. It's one thing to run aground in sand, which is what I did. It's another thing to run aground and hit a reef. That's bad. Sand, you can kind of push your way through. You can kind of plowing, you know. So, yeah. So anyway, yeah, Summer, you know. So my life is better, certainly better, when I don't have those fears about my safety, but I still have fears about my safety for just being in this kind of environment. But I feel like I try my best to get all the help I can get, and I'm not too proud to say I can't get the help. I am always going to ask for people and know that people are, you know, there are people that have way more experience than I do. But, you know, it's really kind of funny because I felt like when I started out, I think this is 6 years ago, I started out in 2018. Yeah, I don't know. I can't do math. So I feel like when I started out, I was a remora. Like those are those sucking fish that suck on to turtles and sharks and stuff, and they basically eat the whatever falls off of there. So the remoras are like, they don't live independently. They always live with a bigger animal, marine. Oh, look, the boats are coming in like crazy. So I was a remora. But now, like my friends Tiffany and Jimbo over there on the boat next to me, they have said, oh, you should give lessons. You really know what you're doing. And I'm like, do I? Do I? Okay, maybe I do. I mean, there's something said for the experience that happens. And yeah, so yeah. Maybe I do know what I'm doing. Sometimes. So I know less than some people, and I know more than other people, and I'm happy to share what I know. So, because I remember what it was like when I started out. I'm doing the very same thing. So I'm going to keep trying this live thing. We'll see. Maybe. As long as I'm in a good environment like this. It's beautiful. And thank you for watching. Has it been 30 minutes? Did I do 30 minutes? Good Lord. Summer, did I do 30 minutes? Is anybody out there still watching? Are you watching? Oh, okay. Well, Summer, thanks. Yeah, I made it 30 minutes. Okay, I don't know why. I thought there was, I'm an A student. Like, I try to do 100%. And when TikTok said, make it to 30 minutes, I was like, okay, can I talk for 30 minutes? Yes, I can. I can talk for 30 minutes. I kept my bathing suit on, took my shirt off. And and had a good time. Thanks, Summer. I hope you come back again. Send me a message if you have any questions. Anyway, I'll shoot you a picture of the sunset in just a little bit because it's going to be beautiful. Thanks for watching. I hope you come back again. Bye.